9 seconds to go, midweek criterium race, Tuesday night, best race on Zwift. 50 people in the pit, and off we go. My position was pretty good. I was in the middle of the pack. I joined about 12 minutes to the start of the race. If you join at the end, a few minutes before the race starts, let's say 2 minutes, you'll be at the very end and you'll have to push very hard to catch up with the group. I was changing something on my computer screen and you can see how quickly I fall behind. Number like 50 something, 41. Now I have to push extra hard to get back to the group. 2 seconds of interruption and you can get dropped. So you have to be very careful in the first minute of the race. I just went through the start and received Aero Power Up, which will be very useful at the end of the race. For the sprint finish, I will not use that. And El Presidente says right on. So president of the Midweek Cycling Club just gave me right on, which is amazing. And he's probably waiting in the pits as well to start in a few minutes. So I had a meal about 2 hours before this race. I thought it's gonna be sufficient to digest, but it obviously it wasn't. Right now I feel like crap. Like I'm pushing all out and I'm all the way on the right side, so I'm being very efficient. I draft, but I feel absolutely gassed. So that's all what I can do in here. We are 1 minute and 6 seconds into the race, and I'm already ready to quit. Call it a quits. I found myself performing the best if I have the last meal 3 hours before the race. If I eat something 2 hours before, I will just, all the blood is in my stomach, I'm digesting, and I just can't. Look, I'm dying here. I'm absolutely struggling, and I will feel like this for another 40 minutes of this race. But because of that, I'm actually in the perfect position. So I'm saving my legs. I'm on the right side of this race right now. So I highlighted that in red. This is the most efficient position. Right side or middle, right now. The front is doing 5 watts per kilo. I'm doing 3.5. So I'm really saving my legs. Nevertheless, I will feel really bad for entire race. We'll speed this up a little bit because there's no point of us watching 40 minutes of me struggling. Entire race consists 10 laps with 2 little kicks. I would say 10-15 seconds kicks where you have to go off the saddle and put 450 watts, let's say 500 watts for literally 10 kicks. If you do that, you will not get dropped, at least from Group B. This is Group B. But you need to do that 10 times. I will show you WKO plus chart with burned matches during that race. So the whole thing repeats 10 times. It's fairly easy, but because it's easy, sometimes you can lose the concentration and focus and be dropped. Like literally, if you look at the TV or something around your room for 2-3 seconds and you lose contact, it's impossible to get back to the group. Most of the time when I race, you can see me at the very front of the group. I'm pushing, trying to break things up, trying to mix it up. This time, I'm absolutely gassed. Like I'm literally 20 all the time. Very good position in the group. It's being 10, 15. So when there's an attack, you can still respond to it. If you're at the end of the group, at the very end, even if there's just 20 people, when front attacks, it might be too late for you to respond and you will get dropped. You won't be able to get back to the front. If there's not enough people willing to work with you, you'll have to just settle for 20th place or farther. So it's good to be, let's say, top 10, top 15, and make sure that the group, it's packed, it's Grupo Compacto. We are all riding together as opposed to being strung. You have to be careful on those hills, uphills. Everybody, the light guys, are attacking, and if you're not careful, you can be dropped in a matter of 2-3 seconds. Here we come close to the first kick. So it's a first little uphill, literally 15 pedal strokes, which takes about 25 seconds at 150% of your FTP, of my FTP. If you do that 10 times, you'll not get dropped. So you can see I'm pushing here about 500 watts. And then you have slight recovery, about 10-15 seconds at 80% of your FTP, 85% FTP. It's not pure recovery, it's over under thresholds. And then you have another little kick for another 25 seconds. So the whole interval takes about 1 minute and 5-10 seconds and contains 2 hard kicks, 25 seconds each, with 15 seconds recovery at about sweet spot 85%. Here we have WKO Plus Match Finder chart that shows you 10 laps with the final sprint at the end. The green area, it's power over my threshold, over 130%, and it represents burned matches during the crit. In here we have more burned matches than during regular crit when I just go and drop behind people. So this is actually more beneficial in the training than regular crit. I finally started to feel good about 10 minutes to the end of the race. I think I digested all the food. I moved up and I'm trying to stay top 10. I know last 2K it's always very hectic. People are attacking, the tempo is increasing, everybody is nervous and everybody wants to just rip it. So I know if I survive those last 2 kicks within top 15, I'll have a good chance at the sprint finish. I have pretty fresh legs because I was drafting in the pack for entire time. So this is pretty much the first kick in a moment. Oh, actually this is the downhill. This very easy section, because of my weight, I really don't have to pedal at 220-30 watts. Nobody will drop me here. So this is my recovery piece, where I'm actually recovering before the first kick. I'm still having my aero power up, which I will only use at the very end. So the entire race I didn't use a single power up because I didn't want to waste my aero power up. Last time I did it and all I was getting through the entire race was just experience points, and then I didn't have anything at the end. So in a moment we'll have the little kick and everybody's getting nervous. The light guys, they understand that this is the only chance for them to break this race. Since they didn't break until now, that is the time where they can really go hard on the uphill and drop most of the people. So we have 1 kilometer to go. Now I'm changing the view of the camera, trying to see the top view, and that kind of spooked me a little bit, but I'm still 12th. People are going 700 meters. We will have one more kick just before the sprint finish. I want to turn on my power up. 450 meters to go, maybe 500. So now it's 500 meters to go. People are accelerating. Now it's on. The game, it's on. People are accelerating. I'm number 15. I went a little bit too late. Now I hit the power up and I'm trying to catch up with everybody. So I'm doing 6 watts per kilo, 7 watts per kilo with the power up aero boost. And you can see everybody's got a boost, and I'm actually going hard. 530 watts. Halfway through aero boost, I'm passing people. Some people they went a little bit too early. So a lot of people don't have any power ups, and they're falling behind. I timed my aero power up nicely, but not perfectly. I managed to finish second. And if you look at the average power, I was in the draft all the time. Average watts per kilo, it's 3.6, and look at all the first guy 4.1, 4.1, 3.8. Mind you, the category beats up to 3.9, so the guy with 4.1 should really move to, anybody above 3.9 should move to group A. They could easily be able to ride with those guys. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe and like down below.